Kia ora, everybody. Kia ora, Maddie. You're right here in front of me.
It feels quite odd.
It does. I'm almost a bit at sea.
I'm a bit nervous, like we're in a studio and we record usually, for context, most of you will probably know if you're a long-time listener, we record in our spare bedrooms with laptops, and now we're in a studio. There's an untidy brand behind us. It's just...
This is amazing.
I know.
This is like what the proper people do.
I know.
I almost feel like I've got to should be reading the news vibe. You know,
yeah,
like
we do need papers. I sort of don't know what to do with my hands.
You can't shuffle anything at all. That's amazing. Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I think we can still... What's your definition of how long you can do that for?
This was something that I was going to bring up with you, because I'm like, how long do you keep saying Happy New Year for? Is there an official rule, or is this something you just like, I think we've had enough of that now?
I think 2 weeks. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, so
what are you thinking?
At time of recording, currently, 13th of January, we're within the frame. We're okay.
How long can you say Happy New Year?
We do need to tidy this up, because sometimes you don't want to be the person where it's like, that's tiresome now, stop.
You can generally say Happy New Year through the first week or two of January, with mid-January around the 15th often being the cut-off before it feels late, though it's acceptable for the first time you see someone in the new year, extending potentially to the end of the month for those you don't see often, and even longer for cultural observances like the Lunar New Year.
Oh. Okay, now we're just crossing cultures, so I think let's just...
A couple of weeks.
2 weeks, broad spectrum Happy New Year's, and then any time after that, it's for people that you know well and are close to that you might want to extend a Happy New Year salutation to, and everyone else that you just get on with life.
Maybe you just say salutations. Maybe that's just to keep it simple. It's, hello, salutations.
Salutations to you. However you would most like to receive them. Please fill in the blank.
Is it Lunar New Year? Is it whatever? Hey.
I'm excited about the Year of the Horse.
Yeah,
it
me
seems
too.
It, like, by all accounts, and what I mean by that is, from everything I've seen on Instagram, it looks like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think so. And there seems to be... I was actually talking about this with producer Flick in the car on the way to the studio today.
Yeah, just don't get used to this. Anyone?
Yeah, we are going back to our spare bedrooms and our laptops.
Like, we haven't upgraded at all. This is just a one-off.
It's a one-off thing. It's a special, so buckle in, okay?
We're all just going to really enjoy it, okay?
We were talking about that in the car on the way down. We were talking about how this year, the Year of the Horse, feels like a year of motivation and...
There's movement.
Hunger. There's
momentum.
There's momentum. We're bolting out of the stable.
Yeah. Just slap me on the rump and open the door. Ready to go. I feel like I've started well, though. Do you just get a fit of the cleanse at New Year? We're like, I've got to get rid. Like, you just want to get through everything. Just go through everything. Have a good cleanse. Start fresh. Start from a really good blank slate. And I put this thing up on my stories, this funny little reel by someone who was just like going insane with the cleanse. The amount of people that wrote was like, God, that's me. And I'm like, this is a thing.
We're cleaning out the fridge. We're cleaning out the cupboards. I'm at the stage where I'm just opening the cupboard, getting a rubbish bag, putting my arm in, swiping it out, and
I'm going
the bag.
shelf by shelf.
Shelf by shelf. It's all going, okay? It's all going.
I'm excited, though. I feel like I can feel that. I don't know if this is just, psychosomatic, but I don't care if it works. I can feel the momentum of the year.
No, I feel it too. Well, last year was the year of the snake.
We did a lot of shedding.
Yeah,
cried
cunning.
a lot.
Yeah, we did cry. We had a lot of tears.
But we've left it behind.
Yeah.
Do you know, I actually started Year of the Horse by riding a horse. I did.
Did you?
And we galloped down the beach in Golden Bay.
That's so you, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's so you. Bringing in the new year, galloping along a beach. Yeah. Really on brand for Bean.
Oh, well, yeah, it was beautiful. It was great. I've had an amazing time away. Shall we go through the list? Because
should we start with the word?
Oh, yes.
Because we're talking about the new
last
year. Yeah, last year we had, instead of New Year resolutions, we had, I'm referring to the camera as the third person because we're not used to having this kind of camera. So I'll speak to you now, camera.
Audience. Because people who do subscribe on YouTube, this now matters. Yeah, for people who are listening in your headphones. You don't care.
This is where the rubber hits the road with YouTube, okay? We can now look right at you. But last year we had a word, instead of New Year resolutions, we had a word that would encompass the vibe of the year.
And we didn't go back and listen to what that was, did we?
Mine was courage.
Oh, I feel like mine was freedom.
It was.
Thank you.
Or like liberation.
Yeah,
it was either
that
freedom or
vibe.
liberation. Yeah, but I remembered my word throughout the year. And there were times where I thought like I was in a bit of a moment of friction.
Yeah.
And I came back to my word, courage.
Well done.
Yeah.
I forgot to use mine at all.
But
I think
maybe
I'm
it
going
was
to do
in there.
better. It was in there. And on reflection, I did experience a lot of freedom throughout the year. In ways probably I didn't expect to at the beginning of the year. But do you know what? And I think that was a good one for the year of the snake. Courage to get through the year, freedom to shed the skin, you know.
And now you've got a new skin.
Now we've got a new skin.
And a
it's a
new
coat,
word.
shiny, had its oats. And new words. What's your new word?
Discipline.
Ooh.
It's kind of important. And I'm actually already regretting it because I already am like, does this mean I have to do hard things?
We have to do hard things all the time, though, Maddie.
I know, but there's been times where Art's gotten up before me and I'm like lying in bed and I'm like, do I... Look, I'm
He
actually...
seems like that kind of get up early kind of guy, though. Like, it must
Yeah.
be hard to beat him out of bed, surely.
Well, I like to be first because I like to beat him to start the day. You know what I mean? I like to
And
just...
I admire that petty competitiveness in you. That is up my street.
Well, also because there's not much I can beat him on. So I'm like, if that's what it takes to beat him on something, I'm going to try and get up before him.
Yeah, I respect that.
But anyway, there's been a few times where I've been, I've woken up and he's already up and then I've been a bit scrolly. I've gotten up and gone
You
straight
start to
on
drift.
Instagram. And I'm like, this isn't part of my discipline. I'm already kind of letting myself down from the word that I chose.
Right.
But I think it's just going to help to have that to ground me and send me into what I want the energy of 2026
Yeah, just
to be.
realign you to what you'd agreed with
Yeah.
yourself.
And just keeping at things because I tend to be a bit like, ugh.
Yeah, well,
It's
really
hard.
both. It's hard. It's hard. Well, do you know
don't
what?
enjoy it.
And I think for the energy of the year, good choice. Strangely enough, my words. Oh, look, I've gone for 3 synonyms. Okay, couldn't settle on one, but they all essentially have the same vibe. Similar lines to what you've gone for. Okay, I've got deliberate,
I like it.
intentional,
Love it.
purposeful.
And intentional is quite on trend, isn't it?
It really is. That's why I didn't want to lead with it.
Purposeful. I really like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and deliberate, because I sort of think like it's a little bit like that. Like I want to be really, I've got a limited amount of energy and focus and time. Like our resources are very limited. So where I want to spend it and the way that I want to spend it and how I want to direct it, I really want to just take a pause before I act, before I maybe react or act without thinking, and then make sure that, I'm being intentional and I'm being deliberate and I'm being purposeful, and it just seems like focused.
I really like that. We're on quite a similar, I feel like ours are quite similar.
Yeah, which is great for our working relationship.
Really good.
We're
going to be on fire.
So efficient, Maddie. We're going to have stuff done like ahead of the due date,
I mean, don't get ahead of yourself. But
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the first.
On the due date
It's the first.
is the best we can do. Okay.
If we can't be optimistic and aspirational in January,
By
when can we
December,
be?
we'll be like, you know what, 2 weeks overdue, and that's what we're going to hope
We're
for.
just carrying that over till 2027, and that's what it's going to be. I like that. Well, and also I like to hear other people's words. So look at the camera. Feel free to send in your words of the year.
Yes,
Yeah.
share your words with us,
are
and
the
so
things?
we can all feel the energy together. Because it does.
Yeah.
I have had this conversation with a few of my friends. We've talked about what kind of energy we want 2026 to bring, and it's all pretty similar. It's
Yeah.
like we're all kind of taking the bull by
think
the
we're
horns. We're
feeling it.
galloping out the stables.
Do you know what? And again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're 13 days into the year. I've actually been pretty motivated.
It's good that it's not dropping off yet. That's good.
I'm hanging in there, Maddie.
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there. But I've had stuff done ahead of time. And then I've actually, which, as you know, difficult for me, I get a bit distracted.
The ADHD.
The ADHD going on.
Diagnosed, can we just
yes.
say? Yeah.
And often medicated. And I've been like, I've gone to sort of drift off in the middle of a task to another task, and then I've stopped myself and I've brought myself back. Just pulled hard on the left rein, Maddie, and
Yeah.
back she came.
I get inspired by Art with that quite a lot because he's always like, do it once, do it right. No, yeah, do it right, do it once. Do it once, do it right. One of the two.
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
A
Do it
stitch
once,
in
do it
time
right.
saves 9.
Exactly. But it does, or he's like, the job's not done until the tools are put away. That's a big one
Gosh,
too.
and you've got that to live with every day.
Every day, Bean. But it is good because I'm like, do you know what? It's not. Because then it's not finished. He's like, things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know? The end hasn't been completed until it's put away.
That's good motivation.
It is good.
Oh, God.
Good things to remember. Damn that perfect man.
Damn that perfect man. Okay, well, all right, we've done our word. Do you know, I had written down here petty family Christmas dramas because I just think there's probably some great stories out there from our listeners about some real petty family Christmas dramas. I don't really have any to share, sadly. No, well, actually, that's great, isn't it? Christmas was really nice and quite chill. That was nice.
Yeah,
Apart
and there
from
were
I
no
was just
petty dramas. That's
there were no
fantastic.
petty dramas. Apart from I was just like shattered and exhausted, but I'm right now. We're okay. But I did think this was a wonderful opportunity to just harvest from our listenership. Please share with us your petty family Christmas dramas because those are some of my favourite things.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. There's something about Christmas that I think brings out the best and the worst in people. Like when it was just the week before Christmas, I had to go to Costco, and it was I don't go to Costco often, so I underestimated how horrific it would be, to be honest.
And for those of us who don't have a Costco,
it's just
in
like
their
like a
locale.
big bulk store. It's kind of like the Warehouse or Kmart, except it's all food and other items, but everything's bulk, so everything's big. And
that sounds really fun, and that I would come away with things that I did not intend to buy.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah,
And
great.
it's really fun. But a week before Christmas, it was as soon as I was lining up to then drive into the car park, I was like, this is a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
Because you're lining up to drive into a
'Cause
car
you're-
park, and that is when you knew you were in trouble.
Yeah. And this is the week before Christmas, the time of giving, the time of togetherness, the time of our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ, is it not? And so
the time of car park rage.
car park rage. And I drove in, and already people are honking at each other, and someone stole another one's park, and I went in and everyone's really stressed and getting pissed off at people pushing in and all sorts of things. And I was like, this is what Christmas spirit comes down to, isn't it? The week before is when Christmas spirit is at its lowest, I reckon, because everyone's stressed.
Yeah.
Everyone's spent too much money. We're
Everyone's
all a bit
frazzled.
We're stressed and stretched. I bought an inflatable Santa for $50 and it got stolen 4 days later.
Warkworth.
I know.
Did you go to the community Facebook page immediately?
Well, no,
You
I
can't-
didn't.
Okay, who's stealing that in Warkworth? You can't put that up in your garden. Maddie will see it.
Well, that's the thing. If you're walking down the road carrying an inflatable Santa, I'm going to see you. And if you put it up, you're right, in your lawn, I'm going to see you. It can go indoors. It was an indoor-outdoor.
You should have put up a
optional.
missing person sign, like a missing person sign
Well,
around the town.
It was actually quite funny because our friend who is a cop in Warkworth.
Oh, well, thank God.
Thank
you were
God.
straight on to the fuzz.
I called him directly. And I was
You're like,
we've
stop
got to...
everything that you're doing.
Because I was at Cracker Jack's, this random bargain shop. God, first Costco, now Cracker Jack's. I was unstoppable the week before Christmas, let me tell you. And
Art would have loved this.
Oh, he was-
$50 in an inflatable
Minister
Santa.
of Finance was having a hernia with me that week, truly. I just got really caught up in the vibe of it. It was like, we need to have an inflatable Santa by the letterbox so people know
ruin
that we're
Christmas.
festive.
Yeah.
So I got this $50 Santa. I was like, well, first of all, how are we going to, you've got to plug it in. It's got a fan in it to keep it inflated. So how are we going to put it outside? But bless his heart, he figured it out. He was getting cords from under the house and he was setting it all up. Anyway, so it was there. And
you were still friends after that?
we were still friends
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
real nice.
Yeah, and then I was laughing with our friend who's a cop in Warkworth. I was like, how long do we give it before someone takes it? And he was like, surely a couple of weeks. And we were like, ha, 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 yes. And then a few days later, I got home and someone had, it was in the morning, someone had wrenched it out like it still had the little red bits of his clothes still on the ground, like still pegged in. So someone had
They
wrenched
really
it
wrenched it out
out
fast.
Yeah. And I thought, come on.
What a violent act.
You know, what a violent act against Santa himself. It's a week before Christmas. We're trying to be festive. How very dare you take my Santa? But look, I like to think that it went to maybe there was a parent who was a bit hard done by this Christmas and was like...
It definitely didn't, Maddie. That's really cute. It
It's
definitely
gone into
didn't.
a ditch, hasn't it? It's gone and just...
Yeah, it's been probably badly, like terrible things have happened to that Santa, you know. It's just at his expense and it's been
Maybe.
squandered.
Anyway, so, well, R.I.P.
But that didn't ruin Christmas.
It didn't. We managed to claw it back, and we had a lovely day. We didn't have an inflatable Santa, did we? But we had a nice family day.
That's great. Yeah, concerned about Warkworth. Concerned.
I know, it's really...
Well, there's our missing persons report. If anyone can solve this mystery, please let us know. Please
Yeah.
report it directly to the police. They'll be very interested to know what's happened.
I told our cop friend, I said, someone's gone and bloody wrenched it out of the
4
ground.
days.
And he was like, that's diabolical. I'm sending out all the local
Mobilise
cops. We've
all
got
the
a red
units.
alert. Yeah, we've
Get
got a
the dogs
10-4.
out.
Get the dogs, get the eagle. Get the eagle, because if it's in someone's backyard, the eagle will be able to spot it straight away, won't they?
Oh, God. Well, I'm
Yeah.
desperate to know what happened to it.
The case continues.
It really does. Now, you've got a little rant about Apple Watches.
Are you wearing an Apple Watch right
I am
now?
indeed.
Okay.
I want to hide it below the table now because I'm going to become progressively uncomfortable.
Oh, do you know, it's just...
Here we bloody go. All right.
It all started when the Santa got stolen, and I was like, I'm just not in a great mood. You know, I'm not in a... No, it didn't start then.
take it out on the
It
Apple
was
Watch.
much before then. But I just find with Apple Watches, so we could be having a conversation, just chatting away, and then someone's like,
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
you know, for people not watching,
Not
which will
watching
be
on
a lot of
YouTube.
you, I'm having a conversation. Oh yeah, and now I'm disengaging completely, and I've got my watch up to my
look
face
very closely at the tiny
yeah,
text
I have to
on
go,
the Apple Watch.
and then I'm like, oh, hold on a second, hold on. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, is that my phone? Oh, it's ringing. Hold on, I'll just put this down. And it's like
It's very disruptive.
we're actually. Oh, should I just? I'll just wait and like until you've engaged with your watch for the next 5 minutes, and I'll just pause here, and I'll wait until you're back in the conversation, and then we can pick it back up. It's just bloody rude.
Yeah, I put it on Do Not Disturb an awful lot.
That's
Because-
good. Well, what's the point of them? You know what I mean? I'm like, they're just must we be?
But it's not about the
contactable?
notifications. See, for me, I like it how it tracks my energy and exercise, and I like the data.
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
good.
And
That's
also,
good.
I find that it motivates me if I'm like, oh, I'm not going to close that ring. Then I'll be like, do you know what? I will go for a little jog, or I will
some star jumps.
do something, and it just keeps me a little bit on track.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, but
I like the information. It's fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
the data
notifications
hoarding's
do annoy me. So I do have it like just on Do Not Disturb a lot. Because also when the haptics are on, and it's buzzing, because I never have the sound on, but if the haptics are on and it's buzzing, then it distracts me from what I'm doing, which, as you know, for me,
it's an issue.
already have enough issues. I don't really need that pulling me out of whatever I'm trying to focus on.
I think that's what annoys me about it. It's like we're already distracted. Must we have something attached to our body
That is an
designed
even greater distraction.
to distract us from what we're doing? And then, you're just constantly disengaging with those around you with your bloody watch.
You've got to be really conscious of it, because I have annoyed people in the past. I really have, where it's just got me, and then before I've even thought about consciously ignoring it, I've looked, and then it breaks that connection, and they're annoyed.
It's over.
Yeah.
you
So
know.
then if I'm catching up with someone, I'll just put it on Do Not Disturb.
That's quite good practice, I think, and I
Yeah.
think we can all learn something from that, because
Yes.
let's just be engaged in the conversations we have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're quite right, because you wouldn't just pick up your phone when you're in the middle of a conversation with someone.
No,
Although
people do.
Although people
do.
But you try and avoid that, and then just start scrolling through things. That's really disruptive.
Yeah. Imagine if we were just talking, then I just took a phone call. It was like, hey, Kevin, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm just talking to Hannah. We're actually right.
We're actually recording in a studio.
Yeah. And then just be like, yeah. It's just so, I don't know. I just feel like the other person is in like, oh, I'll just wait until you're done.
Yeah.
And then we'll try to pick up the same energy, but that's going to be difficult because
Yeah.
it's already gone.
It's changed.
Yeah.
You've changed.
So-
No, I think it's a fair point.
I don't want to be mean to Apple Watch users.
No,
But
because
I think we
it's
just
a
need to learn best practice.
Very handy tool.
Yeah.
The other thing I like to do is put it on theatre mode, cinema mode or theatre mode, so that then you don't even see the face. So then if you want even fewer distractions, or you don't want your eye to be caught by the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wonder what the radiation's like on something like that.
Yeah, I try not to think about that. I try not to think about, like, energetically what that's doing, you know?
Or we can just move on from that.
Well, should we move on?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't
we'll
worry
move
about
on. We'll move on. Okay, remember when we were talking about, do you know what I want to go back to? Is we did have we've had some lovely messages, and I remember we talked at the end of last year about how we will be getting back to all of our messages, and let me tell you, that still hasn't happened, but it will. It will. It's getting very close. It's getting perilously close to me responding to all of the messages.
Well, me too, because
Well, watch
traditionally...
out, because we are both on it this year.
Because we're horses galloping from the stable, and we're going to gallop straight to the DM inbox, and we're going to reply at some stage in 2026.
Yes.
No, we are actually really good at replying. I think it's generally.
Yeah.
I think it's just when we're both...
Yeah. We've been on holiday, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Everyone else is on holiday. They don't want to hear it from us either.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to respond at an appropriate time in January.
Yeah,
And
because it
that's what's
might actually
happening.
be surprising, but we don't actually have a team of comms people.
Yeah, we don't like.
You might think
you
this
might
is
think
big
that there's
budget.
a whole team of people behind us. It's not. It's Maddie. It's you. It's me, and it's Flicker. And
It's
this
us
is,
and Flick.
This is us. One thing I did grab at the end of the year, I think you remember me talking passionately about the butt hoses.
Yes.
And how there must be more. Well, we had a message from a listener. My husband is Japanese and we just got back from Japan. Oh my gosh, I so wish we had a Toto toilet at home. So they have 2 bidet options because you were concerned about the cross-contamination
Yeah.
because of the angle of the spray, which I think is valid. One for the bottom only and one for the ladies. It literally pops up from the back of the toilet and it's such a delight. She says, no cross-contamination issues, less wiping, what's not to love?
What's not to love?
Yep.
That's amazing.
And I do like to hear from a fellow enthusiast.
Well, we are actually just about to kick off renos at our place, so maybe I should
Oh my God, please
a little-
do. It's so
put
like,
fanny hose in there.
yeah, I mean, like, it's so much better for the environment.
Is it, though?
Well, you're not using so much toilet paper, are you?
Using more water, though.
What's
that
worse?
Because
Fly-
toilet
no,
paper, toilet paper, does it break down?
Yeah, it breaks down. But you're not using that much water for a little squirt.
No.
I think you're going to have. I reckon sometimes with toilet paper, it's too much information. But we're like, sometimes on a day, you might have it several rounds of wiping before you're satisfied with the cleanliness of the situation.
Yeah.
I reckon with a butt hose, good blast, 1 courtesy check, and you're good.
Really?
I think that's a big difference.
Okay. Have you seen that video of Chris? I want to say Pine. No, it's not Chris Pine. It's one of the famous Chris's. And
It's one of the Chris's.
I think he must have been on like SNL or something. Anyway, he talked about when you're wiping and it feels like, this is actually really gross, and it feels like you're wiping the end of a Sharpie.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
One of those ones where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ.
And then
wait.
you're like, there's a lot of work to do here. Maddie, this is also gross, but sometimes I think about, what did early humans do? Like,
Yeah.
are they just walking around with quite a grubby bum? Like, that's going to get rashy? Is it an issue with like the way that diets have changed over the years? That
Yeah.
like, did they just do like kind of sheep pellets, nice and dry, and then get on their way?
Yeah. I think
Like,
about this often too.
How did it work for the early humans? And they were hairier too.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a dingleberry
Well,
situation.
first of all, they were squatting, which I think makes a big difference.
Yes, because you've got the natural spread.
Exactly. So they were squatting, and you're right, the diet was high in fibre. Maybe they didn't have any real issues, but they would have had...
There had to be some bad days. There had to be some bad
been some
days.
bad days. And there would have been parasites
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, I
only
think
we
I
could
don't know.
find
I
out.
think about these things. Well, let's see if we can find a guest for the pod.
Yeah, some kind of
Pop that down.
even biologist. What would that be?
Some sort of evolutionary
Paleontologist, would it be? No.
scientist. Well, they're a dinosaur, but no, I think
No.
Maddie, we're out of our depth now,
Yeah.
and let's get away from. Okay, all right.
dig ourselves a hole.
Listen. I had a message from a listener, and she got a bit of petty revenge.
Oh my God, I love petty revenge.
I know, I love it.
Okay, hit me with it. I haven't read it yet.
I mean, we don't like, things being mean, but sometimes...
We don't condone it.
We don't condone meanness. But sometimes when my friends get petty, I just find it the most entertaining thing because they're so lovely. But then when they get petty, I'm like, this is fun. Tell me.
It's quite good to be a spectator in that situation.
It's quite good to be a spectator.
Well, it's the same as we don't condone gossip, right? We all know gossiping is not good, but we all love it.
Every now and again.
Love it. Don't tell me you don't.
You don't every now and again indulge and then immediately be like, well, I don't like to gossip. I do feel bad about saying that, but...
As soon as someone says, did you hear? I'm like, tell me everything. Put it in my veins. And I hate that about myself. I'm like, no, I'm not a gossip. I don't do that. But I'm like, why does it feel so good?
I know.
Why does it feel so good to
We
gossip?
wouldn't do anything malicious.
Never malicious.
No.
Never
Sometimes
malicious.
just a light exchange of information is quite fun.
We just like to know what people are up to. And if it's scandalous, I want to know it even more.
I know, especially when it doesn't involve one of us. So nice. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now, I might need to edit this as I go to give her some anonymity.
Okay.
But
should we call her?
What would you like to call her?
Clacinda.
Yes, perfect. So we've got this message from Clacinda. She says, Dear Untidy, I've woken up a little dusty but feeling like I've righted a wrong. Vengeance is often more satisfying if it is not exacted immediately. Backstory. When my ex-husband and I were starting to separate 8 years ago, he was seeing someone else probably before we started to separate too.
Right. Okay, noted.
Noted. He would leave the house and turn his phone off, so I knew it had to be someone local as we live rurally. He would lie and say he was down the river fishing. They're not very clever, honestly. Really
Not clever, are they?
Not clever at all. Okay. Anyway, I figured out who it was, and it always makes me smirk when they completely ignored each other in public. We live in a small town. Our kids go to the same school. Not sure what happened between them, but they never made their relationship public, and both have new partners. I never felt like I needed to say anything, and for the sake of our kids, we all moved on.
Wow.
Right.
Power to her.
I know. Well, until now.
Right, yeah, until now. Okay.
Fast forward 8 years, and I'm friends with this woman. Not super close, obviously, but we share the same friend group. Last night was New Year's Eve, and we were at a house party. I want to call this woman Violet. Violet was there,
Okay.
and all the girls sat around the table playing a naughty card game. The person who is... This is terrible. The person who has drunk the most cum, etc., etc. That's the nature of the
Beg your
card game.
pardon?
That's the example that Clacinda has given. Anyway, we understand what the card game was like. Well, the next card came out and it read, who is the person most likely to sleep with their close friend's ex? I could not resist, she says. I said, that has to be Violet. I took the card, looked her straight in the eyes and extended it to her. Then... just as she was about to take it from my hand, I retracted it and said, oh, wait, we're not close friends, and put it back in the pile. She's clasping her pearls.
This is good stuff. Okay.
Right. Savage, I know, but God, it felt good, and I've said my piece now. It was such a hard time for me back then. My mind went into practical mode. I'd find a full-time job, somewhere to live with 2 young kids. It wasn't easy in a small town when you know everyone is talking about you. And you know what? And I was like, I obviously responded. I was like, wow. I was like, what happened in the room in that moment? She's like, the entire room fell silent as the jaws dropped to the floor, and she goes, I just sat back and take a nice big drink of my Pinot.
Just basked in it.
She
Basked
just
in the
sat
moment.
and owned it.
God, that would have felt good.
So good.
Because having to be in the same friend group as someone who slept with your ex-husband,
While you were
potentially
still
while
together.
you're still together, and then having that delicious moment in front of everyone, oh, I would have paid big bucks to be a part of that.
I could. I mean, I was like, I do and I don't wish that I could have been a fly on the wall because that would have been incredible, but it would have been incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh, can you imagine me, who, if I'm uncomfortable, I talk a lot, I would have been out of control.
Yeah.
I would have been blabbing on.
Filling up that
filling
space
up the
fast
space.
you can say knife.
You know, just saying random shit to try and
Recover the situation and the energy in the room. But also, like, it sucks sometimes when you've got to be the person who hangs on to the moral high ground, who's just like, I actually, there's so much going on right now that I have to deal with the situation of myself and my life and what I'm doing and my kids and a job and all of this. And you're just going away and doing all of that. And I have to rescue this entire situation. Like, that sucks.
Honestly, like sometimes opportunities present themselves.
And it's too good not to miss.
It's too good not to make the most of it. Because that card, to go to her in the same room as Violet, you know, what a moment.
It was given to her.
That, I feel like that's the universe being like, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
There's the karmic retribution.
There's the karmic retribution, bitch.
It comes around. It comes around. Well, Maddie, there are more things on our list that we will be carrying over.
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
What a cliffhanger. Yes, because I do want to talk about summer and the holidays and things, and that's going to go on. We're going to be banging on with that because I need to tell you about the camping caste system that I have discovered existed. And we will be carrying that over because that is a discussion.
That is a discussion for next time. Oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so much.
I also feel like after the whole Clocinda Violet situation,
yeah,
I think we just need to give it to Clocinda and say, we approve.
I think we can actually give her a little round of applause. Clocinda.
Yeah, well done.
For
Well
all
done.
women out there, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You
Yes.
know, because I don't think that's mean.
No.
You know, I think
considering what she was on the other side of,
I think it's warranted.
I agree.
I commend
Well,
her.
approved.
Commend you, Clocinda.
Well, Maddie, it's been so nice to record in person.
It's been so nice. I mean, how this happens like annually.
I know. Oh, maybe a few times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, back to the spare room. Back to the
Yeah,
spare room.
well,
Go
I'll be
back to our
seeing-
little hovels.
I'll be seeing you in your head and shoulders next time.
Well, I have actually moved to my main bedroom, but by the window. I think you've noticed there's a bit of a different backdrop lately.
Yeah, every time there seems to be a different backdrop as you're trying them out.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out the best situation.
Well,
Yeah, until I build my little studio cabin in the forest, which will be...
is that on Arts List, is it?
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
put it on Arts List and I've talked about it a lot and I made a Pinterest board for my cabin in the forest. And then he was like, this is like 15 years down the priority list. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, yeah.
I
yeah.
don't love that.
I don't love it either.
I didn't like that response at all.
No.
He likes to podcast too.
Yeah. Dismissive.
This is for
I'd actually
everybody.
call it dismissive.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
I know.
Well, there better be some real priorities up the top of that list. Maddie.
Exactly. What's above a cabin in the forest?
I don't know. It sounds amazing.
I need somewhere to sew. I need somewhere to do my knitting. I need somewhere to. I'm going to take up painting as well, because we've talked about watercolour
Now,
painting.
I would emphasise the work element of what the cabin is for before you went down the hobby route, because I feel like that's not helping.
I think that's what Art was getting at. He's like, let's sort out the money making, you know, and then you can have a space
Before
for
you
your
start making
sewing.
tea cozies in the forest, okay?
Or maybe I can make the tea cozies just sell. $50 a cozy, and you've got yourself a little business.
What's your hourly rate? Anyway, we
Anyway,
digress.
It's the year of the horse. I'm making tea cozies. I'm going to sell them. It's going to be a whole thing.
She's galloping forth.
Yeah, she's galloping
into the
forth.
crochet shop.
Anyway, so nice to be in person.
It's been a pleasure, and we're really happy to be back in everybody's ears. And welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about your word of the year.
Yes, and what you're planning for Year of the Horse.
Yes.
Nay.
And your petty stories from the holiday times.
Yeah. We love those even more. You know what? Don't worry about your plans for 2026. Just let us know when you got petty revenge on someone.
It's the best. It's the best.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. And thanks for listening, as always.
Yeah. Take care out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Nay.
Hey.
How good.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Untidy. If you enjoyed it, we'd love your support to keep making the show. The best thing you can do to help is subscribe by hitting follow in your podcast app and leaving us a little 5-star review. You can also now watch and subscribe on YouTube and check out how these millennials are keeping up with the cool kids on TikTok and the gram. Lastly, please share this podcast with your mates. It means that we can keep building this supportive community, keep giving you untidy episodes, and just keep doing what we love to do.
Don't forget to check out mybigmoments.com for kids' books that make your tricky job of parenting a whole lot easier. Untidy listeners get a discount at checkout, so just pop in Untidy for 10% off your order. Lastly, we would like to thank all of the good people who make this podcast possible. Flicker Williams and Joe Rocker at My Big Moments for the beautiful artwork and design, Maxine London Creative for editing this episode, and Lana Byrne for creating our social content. And to you, our listeners, Araha nui, take care. We'll see you soon.